And so the question that echoes around the land, who stops City?
West Ham are the first to try. Rodri.
De Bruyne. There goes Haaland. He's on his way again. He's hungry. He's scored. He always does. He always will. Nothing more certain than that Erling Haaland would slap his name across this game. Proud, proud dad. And he's not the only one. You just knew he wouldn't miss. It's the story they all came to see told. Erling Haaland was written as the hero of the day, and he duly performed as such. He seems not even to have broken sweat. And West Ham felt the full force of the Premier League's newest mega star.
Manchester is braced, its collective muscle is flexed.
Two tribes. So light the fuse and stand well back. Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, Foden! City slick, speedy, slippery, at times untouchable, and promptly into a derby lead. It is such a pretty goal. It's a City goal. Haaland on the march, aimed in for Foden for a first half rout. Manchester undiluted blue. No contest, just no contest. Foden 2, Haaland 2, United nothing at all. And Haaland and Foden 6, and another hat-trick hero. And this one, a genuine Mancunian blue. Where do United go from here? De Bruyne's corner, Haaland! Goal! Unstoppable! Phenomenal! Week after week after week, who will ever stand in the way of Erling Haaland?
The City are on a different plane.
De Bruyne, Haaland! Again and again and again! It's getting silly. It is just crazy. He writes his own rules. He makes his own numbers. He's ripping this thing up.
Grealish, De Bruyne,
Gomez, Haaland! A hat-trick of hat-tricks. 3 successive home games. Look at me, Dad. Look at me, world. It's almost not fair. He is that good. 5 for City, 3 again for the extraordinary Erling Haaland. Manchester City, football from the heavens. Manchester United crashing right back down to earth. Manchester United can only hope one day, again under Erik ten Hag, to inhabit the same planet. No club demands more of itself than this, the champion club. And champions, they do intend to remain, but there is doubt. Ederson's pass was poor, and Kulusevski pounces! And Tottenham steal! And Pep is on his knees. What next? Whatever next. And still Kane. And thrust in by Emerson Royal. Spurs are blinking this back. Can it be? 2 goals in no time on the cusp of half-time. And for Manchester City, it's a long way back. And City have a task on their hand. Riyad Mahrez around Perisic. Mahrez, Grealish. Alvarez! The champions punch back. A World Cup winner's goal. There is your mood changer. And believe me, you can feel the change of mood. City are in it again. And Rodri for Morris. Haaland! The heavyweight bounces off the canvas. The champions back in the battle. Mahrez, and Perisic is committed and out of it. It's Riyad Mahrez! That's just stunning. Manchester City in microcosm. In less than a quarter of an hour, the lengthiest journey from utter despair to elation. Thrust forward by Ederson, and here is Riyad Mahrez! The man of a magnificent Manchester City moment. He's made it happen all by himself. That's what champions are made of. The performance of a champion club. Manchester City, magnificent. So much for a City surrender. Above the Champions Stadium, of course, the Champions pennant still flies. There is no room here, Rebecca, for a white flag. Manchester City are going nowhere fast.
But perhaps at the back of City's queue there is the greatest Leeds worry of them all. Born in this place, born to this place, and now returning here, potentially to damage this place. Oh, he's given it to Grealish, and Grealish has the freedom of Ellen Road, and Grealish has Haaland! Who finally plants his flag into the heart of his native city. De Bruyne. Haaland, Grealish, Haaland! 3. Smooth simplicity. Once more, City's number 9 is the centre of attention. So City as smooth as they needed to be. 2 more Erling Haaland goals. His numbers continue to be ridiculous. He came back to his birthplace and surely made his mark.
And Grealish! Snatches back a Champions lead! A blue blur in the corner, and Arsenal have it to do again.
Gundogan.
And De Bruyne, and Haaland! The champions stride away! A giant moment from a giant man!
A look that knows.
And so it twists for City. They have reeled Arsenal in. Once more the champions lord it over those who would steal their crown. And the race is neck and neck. And it is a result for City well worth gallivanting about. Maybe 3 months from now, we will look back on this night and consider it the night when it turned. De Bruyne, Grealish, Mahrez! And the champions break through at the bridge. Change brought success. The boys who bounced off the bench have done it for the City Blues. The end, Manchester City see it through, and Manchester City's breath is once more on Arsenal's necks. Mahrez, De Bruyne, Grealish! The point of sparkling City difference! Bounces off the bench and scores for the champions at Old Trafford. It's De Bruyne's cross, it's Haaland! It's 1-0 City, right on the stroke of half-time. He only needs a moment. Delicious, and that is his meat and drink. And Jack Grealish, 2-0 City. He's having the time of his life right now. And once more, they breathe heavily on the neck of Arsenal. Ball for Jack Grealish. Grealish and Haaland! Monstrously good. They play football with such verve. And he, at the sharp end, executes so unforgivingly brilliantly. Alvarez. And City march regally on. Too good. Truth is, Manchester City were just too good. Arsenal are going to have to win this thing for themselves, because you can be sure that City are not going to give it away. From this point on, every moment matters. Liverpool need it. Their agenda is somewhat less flashy than Pep's and City's, who have 11 games more to make up 8 points and to remain the champions of England. And it's Mo Salah who rifles Liverpool ahead. Stunned silence in the Etihad. The champions trail. That's Ilkay Gundogan. This is Jack Grealish. Alvarez, 1-1. A hot knife through butter. And everyone's bouncing up and down. The big boy himself, on behalf of the man who fills his boots. Oh, what a smashing ball. And Morris is onto it. And there is De Bruyne! Explosive, immediate. Champions on a charge. Inside the first second-half minute. From behind, City lead. And Liverpool's eyes are glazed. Riyad Mahrez, Julian Alvarez, Gundogan! The bouncing Blues! Beware, they are happening. City are happening. Alisson exposed, Liverpool exposed, City just excellent. Here's De Bruyne, and there's Grealish! A delicious moment, which he proudly embraces. He has been a delight. He is impish, he is fun, he is bang on target, and Manchester City are pulling stylishly away. City so special, so deliciously smooth. What a team. They are the cream. Cream in which Liverpool drowned. Manchester City's window of title-chasing opportunity is glaringly wide open again. Stones for Haaland, holding off, holding, and finding De Bruyne. Grealish is the extra man. De Bruyne win himself and scored beautifully. So smooth, so certain. He's just a perfect package. It's 1-0 the champions. In by De Bruyne, 2-0 City. But the flag is up against John Stones. Wait for this, wait for this. Here it comes. Stones scores. And the champions pull away on the cusp of half-time. And City are reeling Arsenal in. Steal by De Bruyne. Here goes Haaland. He's played in Kevin De Bruyne. And Kevin De Bruyne scores with slick simplicity. They look like champions. Why would he not be a champion? And Arsenal look broken. Foden. Haaland! As if he wouldn't score. The sharpest edge of all cuts through at the last. His 33rd Premier League goal. He holds the record now, alone, for a 38-game season.
the class, the elan, the certainty of champions. And now the champions have it to lose. Just so good, just too good. And perhaps for Arsenal, the dream is drifting away. Stones is competing up in the air by Christensen, came down off Rodri, and Stones thundered it in! There is a bolt from the blue. Erling Haaland, bang, 2-0. Pretty much irresistible, this guy. And Manchester City are beginning here an apparent cruise. Steal from De Bruyne, who's running away from Ndidi and rolling it through for Erling Haaland! Too strong, too fast, by every measurement, in every dimension. Just too good for all who try to stay with him. Mr. Incredible. The champions back to within 3 points of the very top. 3 points now between the top two. And Mahrez delivers. That is special. Wow, that is special. Delicious to taste. Steered out for Mahrez, who's left Junior Firpo behind, and set it for Gundogan, who scores the smoothest of City goals. Once more, immaculate in the moment. Mahrez, Gundogan! Oh! It is so creamy smooth, irresistibly sweet, but for him, indigestible.
Please welcome in the champions of England, the Premier League champions.
Here he is, the obsessive genius, the restless schemer, the unrelenting perfectionist. They just don't change. This has become a joyous norm, the regal routine of a glorious team. For the third successive season, once more in 2023, Manchester City are the champions. The best by a distance. An aesthetic joy, an athletic phenomenon, where brutal force meets teasing touch and feel. A beautiful, spirit-lifting cocktail of dash and dare, finesse and flair. This can be their greatest year.